is sharing information, pulling people into things. I know a lot of organizations that are experiencing problems with adoption and engagement of SharePoint, of Teams, of whatever the platform is, the broader platform. And part of it is a way of getting people more involved is to draw them in context. There's a task that you're assigning to them, and add that, and then with a note say, hey, here's what's going on. This is what I want to involve you with, or share something with them and allow them with that share to say, hey, I want to promote this to a task. I got this email. I'm going to create a task for myself, but I'm also going to assign this task to somebody else. So there's just really cool cross workload capabilities. One of the core cross workload capabilities around Outlook. So tasks in Outlook, of course, that's been out there for a while. Most people are familiar with some of the basic capabilities, and there's Outlook and To-Do integrations today. Like if I go and I create flag an email, and I'm setting up a reminder for myself, To-Do actually has a flagged email report. It's different from the other task lists that are tracked. It's just another filtered view of things where I may go in and flag and assign tasks to myself, or somebody else flags an email and forwards that to me so I get that additional visibility. But go through this so I can actually go in, I can drag and drop an email in Outlook down to the task icon and create a task on the fly within Outlook, which will show up in To-Do. Likewise, I can go in and right click on, to calendar item. I can set up time. I can, do a follow up. There's a lot of ways that you could create tasks and then see kind of what's going on over on the right side, the tasks view within your calendar within Outlook. So there's a number of ways that, as I mentioned there on the left side, you see the flagged emails, tracking the My Day view. There's a lot of ways that you can create and consume tasks across each of these things. Some of the requests, some of the things that aren't there yet. What if there's a flagged email that I want to promote up and add to a bucket within Planner? Can't do that today. Nothing yet. I don't know. I'm not saying that there's something on the roadmap. Just my gut tells me that any task that's assigned to me personal, that view of it, eventually I'll have the ability to promote that up to that project status. I'll be able to move that across workloads. So there's going to be more features, richer features that are being created across some of these collaboration apps. And let's talk about that next tier, because there's a lot of activity happening on that second tier. So Microsoft Teams tasks, there's been a lot of discussion around this, news around Microsoft Teams adding the Tasks app. And you probably saw this, and there's a little bit of confusion. Well, the Planner app is being renamed. It's not just that it's being renamed as the Teams Tasks app. There's actually a lot of change that's happening, but there's enough overlap, enough duplication there that it made sense to rename the application. But we see this coming, and I believe there will be, I think there's going to be a unique icon for the Tasks app, as well as the next thing I'll talk about. But this is something that you can go within Teams itself. If you've not seen the videos on this, there's, again, this animation, there's other animations that are out there that allow you to go in and have that personal or team-based, channel-based views into tasks. So does it feel like there's overlap with To-Do by me being able to go in there and look at my personal view of these different things? Yes, but the part of that's intentional. You can go and consume tasks from that personal view in the To-Do app, because everything that's in Planner should be visible within To-Do, anything that's assigned to you. But I can go into a plan that's within a channel, within a team. There could be multiple plans within a team. And I can then go and see these things rolled up. I can go in there and look at all of the, and this was announced at Microsoft Ignite in 2019. It's this cohesive task management experience that really bridges the gap, brings everything together from To-Do and Planner and consolidates them into Teams. So it's the task services that are powering this new experience. So there's nothing that's new being created here. It's a view. It's another way of surfacing that information. And it syncs with both To-Do and Planner as part of that task service. So there will be, of course, integrations with Outlook and Office documents, and a lot more that's coming from this capability. But the most significant of this, it's this list view. And so a lot of people were asking about this when we saw the tasks, shown, and people said, well, that looks a lot like a list. What's going on there? Well, now it's been announced as part of Microsoft Build that there's going to be also the Microsoft Lists app that's coming out. And so there's some similarities here. It's leveraging a lot of the same capability. It's leveraging To-Do and Planner with SharePoint lists. Lists, of course, is much bigger than just the task aspect of that. But there are some relationships there. So let me talk about that, Microsoft Lists. So if you've not seen this, go take a look at the Microsoft Lists app. And this is a couple weeks old announcement here. But they basically productized SharePoint Lists and expanded that. And what's really cool about this is that they've provided a lot of these out-of-the-box templates, these capabilities, so that you can go and, for most people, they are not going to go and create the most information workers, most end users. They will not go in and create, or may not even be able to go and create a SharePoint list and then manipulate that list to be able to report on and do a bunch of things that they want to do, that the visualizations they want to build out of the data that they're tracking. This is a productization of that SharePoint list that's consumed via Microsoft Teams. And then you have these templates, the ability to go in there and, to build these, quick and easy issue tracking capability, or a contacts list, or a tracking of itinerary for a trip or across multiple trips, just a bunch of those kinds of things. There's just a lot that you could do. So it's just really exciting. I'm not going in depth on what's happening with Microsoft Lists, but this is something that you need to be aware of if you've not yet seen